it's me, Kimberly, and welcome to sin number 1 of the 7 deadly sins of your website. So, hi, nice to meet you. Hey, Aaron. Oh my gosh. Hi, Brahmaji. I'm sorry I can't say your name. Hi, Josh. Welcome, welcome. I'm getting ready to turn the camera around. If this is your very first visit, make sure that you tap the little guy in the bottom corner and give me a tweet or follow me so that you can get the other 6 of the deadly sins, the 7 deadly sins of your website. So let me go ahead and get this camera flipped around. It's always fun to experiment with flipping my camera around. Hello. So nice to see you today. And we're going to be talking about the 7 deadly sins of your website. This is sin number 1. So I am so happy that you're here. So first, before I go into this deadly sin on your website that happens all the time out there, I would love to know what you think that this sin might be. What could be this deadly sin on your website? And this is the first of the 7 deadly sins, and I promise this one is the worst of the deadly sins. So if we can make it through the first one, the others will feel like a piece of cake. So first, let me show you this. Look, I have a little card today. So that's where you can go. It's going to probably show up backwards on your screen, which would be a total hoot. At least it's backwards in my land. But if you go to KimberlyGosney.com, a box will pop up so that you can get access to all 7 of the deadly sins. They're coming out one day at a time. Today is day number 1. So if you're new here, I'd love for you to say new. Just pop new in the comments and let me know that this is your very first visit to one of my scopes. Thank you, Aaron. You're so awesome for popping that link to my site. Thank you, thank you. So we are talking about the 7 deadly sins. This is sin number 1. Hi, Joking Junior. It's fun to try to read everyone's names. Hi, welcome. So nice to have you on the scope. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the 7 deadly sins of your website. Bring Pretty Back. Oh my gosh, Bring Pretty Back. Have you ever read the book? So totally off topic, but the book by Molly Ringwald called Getting Your Pretty Back. Have you ever read that book? Such a great book. It's one of my favorites, and I have the audio version. So hi, and welcome. Oh my gosh, hearts, this is so funny. Is someone purple? If you're purple, I need to see the purple hearts because they're my favorite hearts, the purple and the green. So if you are purple right now, or if you're green, I would love some heart loving because it makes me feel special, and it makes me know that we're all going to have so much fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is like a Heartsapalooza. I love it. Okay. I know I say a lot of okays and I ramble. So I promise today that even though my iPad always thinks that it's 9:41 in the morning when I'm on Periscope, and it's definitely not 9:41 in the morning. Yes, it's 2 o'clock, so I promise to be brief. We're going to be done by 2:10 today. We are talking, Chaz, about the first of the 7 deadly sins that I see people making on their website, and this one is a big one. So once again, if you want to get all 7 of the deadly sins as they come out one day at a time, you can go to KimberlyGosney.com, and there'll be a box that pops up where you can get access to all 7 of the deadly sins, one a day for the next 7 days. But anyway, sin number 1, the deadliest of all of the deadly sins that I see on your website, is having a website without anything for someone to buy. So go ahead and, hi Diego, nice to meet you. Go ahead and shout out in the chat box, if you're comfortable with it only, if you are in this boat where you have a website and there's nothing that someone can buy on it, whether it's launched or not. Anyway, back to the 7 deadly sins of your website, not having something on your site that someone can buy. So is that you? Do you have an offer right now on your website, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a website, that someone can visit you and purchase on your site? So go ahead and give me a shout out in the chat if you've got something on your site that someone can buy. And if not, it's cool because we're going to talk about that in just a second. So right now we've got 2 minutes. It's 2:02, so we're only 2 minutes in. Oh, Bring Pretty Back. You're back again. Did I lose you? Oh no, so sorry if I did. So anyway, not having something that someone can purchase on your site. So why is this sin such a deadly sin to you and your business? Why is this such a Yes, I'm glad you're back. Why is this such a thing that is so hard for your site? So, every month that you have a site, you are paying for your website hosting, your domain name, your theme, and your plugins that you've bought, and tons of other stuff that you have got going on your website. And you have to have something so that you can bring in enough money to pay for those things, right? So, I know that for me, I like that green heart. Thank you. I know for me, I had my very first version of my current site in 2012. That's when I bought my original KimberlyGosney.com domain. And I didn't have anything for sale on that site for a very long time. A very long time. And so in that meantime, while I was figuring out what I was going to sell and figuring out what I was going to do, I lost a lot of time that I was spending money on my site, and my site wasn't profitable for me. So if that is something that you struggle with, go ahead and tap some hearts, especially if you're green or purple, because you know how I feel about the green and purple hearts. They're my fave. But if you're the brown hearts, you're Choco hearts, and I love you too. And that's the deal. So, what can we do right now in this moment to have something on your website that someone can buy from you? Oh, yay, Diego, you're green. Hi. Green's my favorite color. All right, so what can you have? And this can work across the board. It does not matter what kind of business you have, what kind of services you're offering, what kind of things you're thinking about creating in the future. Right now, you just need something to get your, I don't even want to say your confidence up, because it's not even about that. It's about getting your feet wet in your business and giving someone who connects with you a way to do business with you. That's so super important. So, Diego says he doesn't have his own site, but he's part in a site. Well, awesome. Yes, so if you've got a partner in crime, or if you're building your site in a group of people, everybody needs to have some way that someone can connect with you and do business with you eventually, faster rather than later. And the hardest part of that very first thing, I know for me, was thinking that right out of the gate, the first thing I launched needed to be a course. So I thought that I needed to have a big course as my very first offering for sale on my website. So I struggled for the longest time to try to figure out what that course would be, or how I would deliver a course on whatever I was going to do. Because at the time when I first bought my domain, I was a stationery designer, but I was like, I need to have a course. So super funny. Really, the only thing that you need to do is find out what it is that you're going to be selling on your site, like what you're going to be doing on your site, and get yourself out there with some kind of offer where you're giving someone your time in exchange for solving a problem related to what they are struggling with according to you. So, for example, and I know I said that so totally all around, but for me, I am a web designer slash course creator for a DIY course for site builders. So something that I can do if I'm brand new and I know I'm going to be focusing on web design, for example, is I can do an offer to review websites and say, you and me together like cupcakes and frosting, 1 hour on your site. I will give you 3 things that you can do quickly so that you can launch your site. So that would be like a little mini version of something that I could offer that would give someone visiting me a tangible benefit to do business with me, and I could solve that for them in an hour. And then package that up and put a buy button on it. So Diego wants to know if you make a lot of money as a website editor. I've never done any editing. Like, I don't usually work inside the content block, but I think that the money in site building depends on how you're packaging up things for your clients. And it's always that first offer that is the hardest. So really, when people visit you that very first time, most of the time what they want is your help. So if you have no way to help them on your website, no way that they can get time with you, or no way that they can buy a course or anything from you, then you're doing them a disservice, because every time they come to you, they're coming to you because they need something. So how does that sound? Does that sound like something that is actionable, quick, that you could do today on your site to have something up there for someone who might want to purchase something from you tomorrow? How does that sound? So I know we've got a few people here. I'd love to see a show of hearts if that sounds like something that we can do. And of course, always, oh my gosh, thank you, Truck Crusher. These are some wild names today. I really, really am digging it. So that is the first of the 7 deadly sins on your website, not having a way for someone to buy something from you. So tomorrow we are going to be talking about the second deadly sin. Hang on one second. Let's see. Oh my gosh, yeah. If that's going to be Diego, if you are in a business kind of arrangement with your site, you need a way where someone can do business with y'all, because that is the best way for you to start out with your website making money online. So definitely. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the second deadly sin, and that is giving to people on your site. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this quick. It was actually 10 minutes. It was not even 10. It was 8 today. I'm so proud I didn't ramble. But that first deadly sin is not having something available for someone to buy from you on your website. So that's it. And all you have to do to fix it is figure out what is something that you can deliver to someone inside of an hour that they can get benefit from what it is that you do. So I sure hope that you have loved being here, and I've loved having you. So bye. Have a great day, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow.